What's up, guys? It's Michael with TFL Car. I'm here with Tommy, and we have some big breaking Jeep news today, Tommy, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We've got a bunch of leaks on the new Jeep Wrangler JL. These once again come from our friends at Jeep Wrangler JL Wrangler Forums, and they involve production dates and when this vehicle is going to be unveiled.
Yep, that's right.
So here's the blurb that they told us. These are a timeline, essentially, of Jeep Wrangler dates for the JL. JL Wrangler Forum says the dates listed are straight from FCA, but they're going to emphasize that a few of the items required interpretation and assumptions based on the info and materials presented. But these are currently, according to JL, what is planned by FCA Corporate. So let's talk about the production launch and when we'll all get to see the Wrangler JL for the first time.
Right, so production starts for the JL on November 13th of this year, which is pretty soon.
That's very soon.
And what's interesting about that is that's only 2 weeks, roughly, before they're actually going to reveal the car in LA.
Only 2 weeks?
Only 2 weeks. So the car will be revealed on November 27th, 2017 at the LA Auto Show.
Yep.
In Los Angeles.
Go ahead and keep going, Michael.
So that's really interesting, right, Tommy? Because they're starting production and then immediately revealing the car to the public. So they're trying to keep things really tight, which is kind of surprising, honestly. That's really interesting to me.
Well, you'd really think that it would be the other way around, right? Like they'd unveil the Jeep Wrangler JL, and then they would start producing it. At least, the production run. But nope. In fact, the production run is going on well before the full reveal to the public. I don't know. I'm curious to see if they're gonna have any leaks within that time frame. I'm sure there's gonna be some stuff that comes out.
Something interesting might come out, and maybe on our Jeep Wrangler JL forums too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now it's important to say that the production of Wrangler JLs that start November 13th of this year, those aren't the two-door Wranglers, right?
No.
They're the JL Unlimiteds.
It's just the 4 doors.
Yep.
And it's just the 3.6 liter V6.
Right, so we talked about in our last video. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to take a look at that. But we talked about the engine, so it looks like there's going to be the 2-liter 4-cylinder.
Turbo.
Yep. The continuation or a new version of the 3.6 liter V6. And then a V6 diesel as well.
A 3-liter.
A 3-liter coming out later in the production run. And we actually looks like we know when that's coming out, and that's not going to be for a long time, right?
No, that's actually like a year from now, dude. That will come out August 6, 2018. And with that will come an updated version, in 2019 will come the updated version of the 3.6 liter V6. And, according to JL Wrangler Forums, a mild hybrid system might be available.
Really?
Which is really interesting. So you might have a hybrid Jeep by 2019.
Right. So if you're looking to get a 2-door Wrangler like what we've got behind us in a JL, or if you're looking for that 2-liter, you're going to be waiting until at least February, it looks like. And if you want that diesel, still another year or so out.
Yeah, that's a long time. But that's kind of usually the case for newer engines, is that they produce sort of the basic one first, and then they bring in the later ones, further down the road.
Right. And looks like that the current good old JK is still sticking around, right?
Yeah, the JK actually doesn't end production until March 31st of 2018, which is a long ways into production of the JLs. So if you are, there's a lot of maybe worries coming out when there's a brand new model or a big facelift. There might be some production issues, there might be some reliability issues. We don't know yet. If you want to play it safe, maybe get a better deal. Who knows? The JK could be a better option for you if that's what you're trying to do.
There might finally be some rebates or some incentives on a JK.
We did a video about this the other day, how absurdly expensive used Jeeps are, right? Or not a video, an article.
Yeah, on TFLcar.com.
On TFLcar.com. And someone gave us a question and asked, they were asking about buying a used Moab rental Jeep, which we, of course, said was a horrible idea. Just those things get beat to all get out. But the option is maybe you buy a JK once the JL shows up, because they might, who knows, probably not, like Jeep's selling crazy, but they might offer some discounts on the JK once the JL comes out.
And if you guys have any questions, we're answering them right now. That's what I'm doing, looking at this computer, seeing what you guys are saying. So be sure to post those live right now. So according to the JL Wrangler forums, FCA is projecting 212,000 units for the year for the 3.6 and 2 liter, and 30,000 units for the year on the diesel, which includes the 2.2 liter export and 3 liter for North America. But that's a lot of units on the JL.
That's crazy high numbers.
Yeah, that's super high numbers. There's also some news based on the power top. We've been talking about that last time.
Yeah.
Looks like the power top is also going to be a delayed introduction. So it's not going to be, or at least what we think, it's not going to be right at the launch. It will most likely be mid-May of 2018 if you're looking to get that power soft top, or whatever it may be on a Wrangler JL. So once again, guys, the big news is that JL looks like it's going to be unveiled officially to the public at the LA Auto Show. Other big news, well, like we talked about, it's going on, or they're starting to build it well before that LA Auto Show launch.
Right, and so what that, do we know the release date of the JL?
To the public, I don't think we do.
So we don't know when it's going to be on sale, but presumably the reason they're starting production so early is so that they can reveal the car and then put it on sale as fast as possible, right?
That's what we're speculating.
What we're assuming.
Yeah, because, you know, when they reveal the vehicle, there's all this buzz. People are wanting to get their hands on the new Wrangler.
Yep.
So they want to have, or at least we think they want to have, you know, some lined up in the pipeline so that they can be hitting dealerships not too far after the reveal.
Right.
Which is something we've been seeing more of a trend in recently.
Yeah, a lot of companies have been doing that, haven't they?
Right. Yeah, sorry about the audio, guys. We're working on it. This was we've got all of our live gear out on several shoots today.
Yeah.
So we're kind of using some older stuff, but yeah, we're super excited for this. Now, once again, the JK has been in production since 07 or 07, 08. So we're going on 11 years now.
It's a long time, dude.
That's a long production
It's a long production run.
And the Pentastar came out in JK in 2012. And so that's an engine that they're going to be essentially, well, we think, carrying over into the new Wrangler JL with some tweaks. I think they're calling it a new generation of Pentastar.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see. And then there's also that Belts hybrid system, essentially, that looks like it's going to be happening on the 2-liter sometime in the future. We'll just have to wait and see about that.
We don't know exactly when that's going to be.
Right. And really, that's kind of the big news right now. So over the next few months and the next year, for sure, we're going to be seeing a lot more of the Wrangler coming down the line, a lot more news coming down that pipeline. Yep. We want to know when the EcoDiesel will be available. I can probably get you that number.
Yeah, the 3-liter diesel will be on August 6th of 2018. So about a year from now, guys.
It's when they're starting production, I believe.
Oh, is that the production run?
Yeah, I believe that's when they're starting production of the...
maybe a few months after that. We don't really know.
Right. When will the pickup be available? The Jeep truck is a vehicle that a lot of you guys want know a lot more information, as do we.
As do we.
And we are still really in the dark about that thing.
We did a video last week. We can drop a link to that in the description once this goes public, or once this publishes.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's probably at least 2 years. It's a ways off, guys. So they have to reveal, like they're gonna sort of phase this in, right? So they're gonna do the 4-door unlimited, and then they're gonna bring in the 2-door with the new engines, and then eventually we'll get the truck. But to hear what we have to say about that, go ahead and click the link.
The description below.
We'll add that in after this goes, or after this publishes.
Well, you got to keep in mind too. I think something like 70% of Wrangler sales are of the unlimited model, so it makes a lot of sense that they're going to be starting production on those first, right? Because that's the one that you guys out there are buying, which makes a lot of sense. I still think it's cool that they're going to offer the 2-door, rather that be, you know, a delayed production date, but at least it's still coming back. What are the transmission options? We talked about this last time.
So there's a 6-speed manual at no charge. That's like the standard transmission on the V6.
It looks like, once again, the speculation, but it looks like the JL is gonna have the base engine be the 3.6, the Pentastar, with that manual transmission.
With the manual transmission, the turbo, the 4-cylinder turbo, is automatic only.
Okay.
That's the JL Wrangler Forum told us that. And then we don't actually know about the diesel yet, do we?
There's still so much we don't know. The big news, I think, is that it looks like there's going to be an 8-speed now for the automatics. which is much better, hopefully, than the 5-speed that you would normally get in the current model JK. And I'm really curious to see what the rebates on JK will be now that JL is coming out. You know, Jeep has sold so many Wrangler JKs, and I assume it's a bit, or I speculate that it's a big moneymaker for Jeep.
Yeah.
And you know, typically you don't see too many incentives on JK,
but hardly any at all.
Right.
They sell so darn quick.
Well, you talked about this in the story. This was what the whole story was about.
Yeah.
We had a reader come to us and say they were looking at buying a used Jeep or whether to go out and buy the new Jeep, and it depends on the market. But here in Colorado, the resale value
absurdly high. So high.
So it just made so much more sense to go out and buy a new one.
Why would you buy a used one that you don't know how beat up it's been, you don't know what they've done to it? Go buy a new one, have your warranty, you know, have a fresh car that you know exactly what's happened to it.
Well, especially if the price difference is only a little bit.
$3,000 or so.
Something like that. Yeah. Guys, I think that's the majority of the news we covered. Be sure to stay tuned here to TFL Now, where we do all of our live videos, all of our breaking news typically. We'll be sure to get you more information on everything Jeep.
Yep.
We should talk to them what we did with this.
We should. We had a really fun weekend with this, didn't we, Tom?
Yeah, we did. So this is I guess, JK two-door, and we went ahead and put on a 3-inch lift and 35-inch tires. We've got full videos coming up about this Jeep shortly, but we've got the Firestone Destination MT2 mud terrains. We've got a set of Rugged Ridge 17-inch wheels, which actually look awesome. I think that was a super good call.
Those are super cool.
Yeah, on the wheels. Terraflex Alpine CT3 lift kit with these super cool Falcon Series 3 fully adjustable shocks. 3-position, and then the second position is actually an individual setting, so you can move that 8 different ways depending on how stiff you want the ride to be. We've got a bunch of super fun videos coming up with this Jeep. We really want to get our hands on the new Wrangler JL as soon as we can, because that's just such a big model for Jeep, such a big model for us as off-road lovers. I can't wait to see what goes on there, but be sure to stay tuned for more of that. As always, I'm Tommy. Michael's behind the camera.
See you guys. Thanks for watching.
Stay tuned for more.